Check it out, guys. If you're interested in buying a generator because you live in an area that has power outages during the winter frequently and you need to power your house, this is the one to get. I have had this thing for about 9 years now and I've never had a problem with it. Now this is going to sound a little foolish, but in 9 years I've only changed the oil in this thing one time, as well as in fact I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago I changed the everything, the spark plug, the air filter, the oil, everything that you could change and service this thing with, but just one time in about 9 years, and it starts first time every time, never has a problem. The only thing I do to ensure that it does that is I turn off the last time I'm going to use it for the winter, I'll just turn off the fuel valve here and just let it run out of fuel and die on its own so that it clears the carburetor of all of the fuel. And it doesn't matter if the fuel in the tank is a year old. Next year I go and start it up, I just open up that little fuel valve and it starts first time every time. It's a 5550, as you can see, watts, 8550 starting watts. So the 5550 is what matters. That's how many watts you want to pay attention to when you're trying to figure out how many watts you're going to need for your house. But it's got a couple, let's see, a couple ports here. So I use this one exclusively. I wired up a system to where I plug it into my pump house, and I plug this end in here, plug the other end into my pump house, and I ended up having a 100-foot wire to do that with. It was a little spendy to get started, but I plugged in a dryer outlet to my well pump, and I can power the entire house, including the well, the water heater. You can take showers. You just got to be careful about turning too many things on at once, or it'll kill the generator. But you can have hot showers. You can do everything. The only issue is the dryer won't run with this thing. I've done it, but it really needs more power. If I had like a, I don't know, maybe a 7,000 watt generator, it would probably run the dryer just fine. But the truth is, you know, how long is the power going to go out for? Now in our area in the Pacific Northwest, we've had the power go out for up to 10 days, I think was the worst. And, you know, at the time we wished we had something a little more powerful, but that's the only time that's ever happened in the 10 years we've lived here. And you just don't need more than really what I've got here, a 5550 or 5,000 watts, somewhere in that range. And anything more, you're just burning up lots of fuel. Our dryer does work. The washer works fine. The dryer does work with this, but it sucks a lot of power, and you can feel everything pulling down quite a bit. So you could get away with something like this just fine, but you know, you step up too big and now you're burning lots of fuel for nothing, because most of the time you're just running lights, television, things like that. So anyway, great generator. It's a Briggs and Stratton motor. I bought this at Lowe's, like I said, about 9 years ago. Never had a problem with it. So if you're looking for a generator during power outages, and it looks like we're probably going to have need for this guy today or this weekend, then this is definitely the one to get, and I would definitely buy a generator with a Briggs and Stratton motor on it. That's it. Hope you guys are faring well through the winter. Adios.